Hey guys, well first of all really sorry for the really big break on my video blogs, but good news is I've been really busy, getting my advertising career back on track, and it is definitely on the road to recovery. With my new art director, I guess it's sort of like the honeymoon period, as they say in this sort of industry, but we've got some really good hot stuff now in our portfolio. So we've got a few interviews lined up as well in August, so including a big one at DDB, which is a huge agency renowned for the Volkswagen campaign. So yeah, we're sort of really glad we've got it, but we're sort of worried now. But no, we've got some really good work inside for Kia, for all these other brands as well. So yeah, that's why I've been sort of not neglecting, but that's why there's been a bit spare for for blogs. But yeah. So on that front, it's all go. But yeah, Formula One. So yeah, this is how old this is. It's French Grand Prix. That was another good race, but it was the last one. I couldn't believe it. So yeah, no more Manicure. Well, I mean, it wasn't the driver's favourite, I have to say. It was actually all right on watching on telly, but it is sad that another track's, gone to the dogs again. There's got to be a French Grand Prix. It would be ridiculous if you haven't. So, which sort of leads me on to what this whole blog's going to be about. It's all about racing tracks. The good ones, the bad ones, the ones that are disappearing, the ones that are in dire need for some general facelift. So yeah, so it is sad that the French Grand Prix is no more in Manny Cox. It's been there for years. So why not, bring it back to Dijon? I mean, that would be fantastic. Really good going back to the classic, but I'm not sure what the sort of state of play at the track is at the moment. But that would be a good one. Or even Paul Ricard, where all the teams test. That's another good circuit they could probably try and transform into like a proper spectator event. So yeah, I think those two would be really good. Now, of course, the other thing is, no more US Grand Prix, which is quite frankly the worst possible decision to have. I mean, not to have one in the States is just, you might not bother because it's like a big market over there. So yeah, it's such a shame that India's not on the calendar for next year. But I mean, the infield circuit's all right, but I mean the drivers hated it with this sort of like left right, really sort of tight corners. So it wasn't a firm favourite. But I mean, having it at Indy is just like magical. Of course, the tyre fiasco a few years back didn't help things, but then the fans started to come back, and now Bernie have said no, don't want to have the Indy race there. So, and that got me thinking. I mean, I know America's like famed for its oval tracks for NASCAR, for Indy cars, and for Champ cars, whatever. But they have got a few good road courses as well. I mean, there's Laguna Seca, there's Watkins Glen, there's Infineon Raceway. What else? I'm pretty sure there's one more. Road America. Yeah. I mean, those tracks, I'm pretty sure you could definitely hold a Grand Prix there, without a doubt. I mean, okay, you might have to change slight things. I mean, I know Laguna Seca's not in its best state of health at the moment, like the track's crumbling up or whatever. But can you imagine them going down the final mad chicane down the hill, the corkscrew? That would be just a spectacle to watch. So yeah, I mean, America's got a lot of possibilities of road courses as well. And of course, Silverstone, as ever, is always up on the cards of getting scrapped. But seriously, if that happens, there's going to be, well, obviously the UK's not going to be happy about it, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be a worldwide thing as well. Because how can you not have a British Grand Prix? We started the bloody sport, for goodness sake. So what Bernie and Max is doing is just, sends my blood boiling. They always keep on criticising Silverstone. They always, every year, they improve, and yet still, it's not good enough for them. Okay, granted, Silverstone's not the best spectator-friendly track, but it's still, to always trying to kick out the British Grand Prix is just going to be a big mistake, and I'm going to be really annoyed if that happens. But of course there's other tracks in the UK that could possibly do it. Now, of course, I could be biased and say Brands Hatch, but you know, because they used to have it over there. But I can't see it happening, and even though I'd love to have it, I don't think Brands Hatch could cope. I mean, with the A1 Grand Prix, it managed to do very, very well. But I think they would have to change the track, and I don't want them to do that because Brands Hatch is pretty much near perfect now after its, you know, huge mega facelift, thanks to Motorsport Vision and Jonathan Palmer. So no, I think Brands Hatch no. But then I heard rumours that Donington could be up on the cards, which isn't that far-fetched. I mean, they did, the famous '93 European Grand Prix there in the literally downpouring rain where Senna won. So I can see Formula 1 going back to Donington Park, and I think it'll be a great circuit. I mean, letting them flying down Craner curves and I mean, okay, they need to sort of change it, like, you know, just to accommodate Formula 1, but I think they could do it. I mean, it is a huge circuit and it could swallow up a lot of people, so I think I would be in full support for Donington to get it. But yeah, I mean, of course, I want it to stay at Silverstone because it's traditional, but I mean, if there was another track on the cards, then yeah, definitely Donington. I would vote for that. So yeah, I'll keep you posted on that because it's big news at the moment. Because all these tracks that are getting chopped and changed and you know, getting off the calendar, new ones coming in, and I have to say I'm really cheesed off at Imola not being on the calendar again. That is a big, I don't know, I'm furious at that because Imola is a great circuit. The drivers love it, the spectators love it, and you get packed grandstands, packed all around the circuit, and you know, there's no better fans than the Tifosi and everything, and of course us Brits, we're supposed to be the best as well, motorsport fans. But yeah, I mean, to get rid of Imola was a big mistake. And now they're changing, like, you know, Hockenheim and then like Nürburgring are swapping each year, which is okay, fair enough. I mean, why have two German circuits? But yeah, of course it was the European one this year. But yeah, I mean, I wish they'd go back to the old Hockenheim, you know, on the back, you know, in the forest. That was truly amazing. It was something different, and I always saw this safety aspect. I mean, yeah, of course, I agree with that, but you know, I think they're doing themselves a disservice. I mean, you know, if the drivers and spectators love it, why not listen to them? You know, I mean, the new Hockenheim circuit, I don't like it, to be honest. You just don't get the racing that you used to get. Like back in like the early 90s. So yeah, that's another one. So good news is the Spa's back on it, and quite frankly, why did it disappear? But yeah, Spa is back on, which is always a firm favourite of mine. So yeah, and so yeah, if all these new tracks coming in like Pakistan or you know all these other new circuits, I mean, okay, I'm all for that, but you're not going to get the crowds that, you know, you'll get with these, you know, traditional circuits. I think, personally, if, you know, to get more people back interested, I think just give, you know, a lot of money to, like, some of the circuits that are maybe falling apart or not coping very well, and just keep them, you know, because you know you're going to get the crowds, you know, it's just crazy. But also, changing tack to A1 Grand Prix, I mean, that was another thing. One of my friends on MySpace, Rena B, she said that the Indonesian one is off the cards, which is a shame, because you know it's the only sort of track that they have, you know, the Centaur race. So there is a petition, or just, well, not really a petition, but there's like an email, you know, 2 email addresses just to voice your opinion of just saying trying to save it. So I've done that. So I'll give you the 2 email addresses there. I mean, the one at the bottom is the official A1 Grand Prix. Just, I mean, you don't have to say, just like essentially say save Sentil Grand Prix. That's all you have to do. Or like a forum as well to the local press over there. So just to stage your support. So yeah, just go to those 2 websites. Well, those email addresses, and hopefully support that, because you know it's a World Cup of motorsport, so every circuit should be. So yeah, this is about it for this vlog. I'll talk about more about the British Grand Prix and of course the German Grand Prix in my next vlog, which shouldn't be too far away.